So I'm out here right now. It's about 2 o'clock. I'm in my backyard playing with my dog. He loves having the ball thrown for him. I decided this would be a little bit more productive than going out on a walk on the street or something like that. I guess they have hikes, but I decided to get the energy of my dog out instead. If I sound kind of breathing heavily or a grunt, it's because I'm still throwing the ball for my dog. He's starting to tire, but he's got a lot of energy. So I can hear the passing cars, which are about 500 feet below on the main road. I can see nice blue skies with dispersed clouds throughout. However, it's pretty clear. Those clouds are really just in the distance. I'm surrounded by bare trees with some snow still left over from the previous snowstorm. Other than that, the trees are pretty bare, except for the evergreen pines around. The ground is full of, I'd say, about 5 inches of snow with a solid layer of ice underneath. My dog doesn't seem to mind, though. He just wants the ball. He can be slipping and sliding and cold, covered in snow, but he still just wants the ball. The more energy he gets out, the more tired he gets, the colder I get out here. But he really doesn't seem to mind. The snow is nice and powdery, not really sticking together or clumping much. I'm assuming probably in the next few days it'll start clumping a little bit more. I can also see what looks like remnants of rocks uncovering from the snow. Look like old ruins or something like that. Like a past civilization waiting to come back up in the spring. Although with this bipolar weather, I'm sure it'll come up probably next week. I can look around in my yard and see some native plants as well as invasives and non-native plants. Even covered by the snow, you can see them poking out. Makes me want to come in here later and figure out which is which. I can also hear the distant roar of planes as they pass overhead. I'm right in the flight path, so I can look up and see the planes. Which is pretty interesting. I see past trails of animals that have come through, most likely last night. There's a rabbit around somewhere that I've been trying to find, but I can never catch it. Not catch it, but, catch it in the act of hopping about. I'm sure it comes early in the morning or in the evening, has to remain unnoticed. I know where it's staying. It's right under the deck of my house. Probably enjoying some of the leftover warmth emanating from inside the house. But I haven't been able to see it. I'm not going to go down there and look for it or disturb it. I can also see the native Maine plants that I planted about a month ago. I sowed the seeds. I have them sitting on it's just a little piece of wood. I use it for seeds and starting other plants and stuff. But these are winter sown seeds, so I sowed them now and then they'll start coming up in the spring. They need the cold winter to actually germinate. Some of them will take a period of cold to warm to cold and then eventually come up the following spring. A lot of silence. You hear other than the occasional planes and cars, you hear the birds likely returning to the area from about the 5 feeders that I have in my front yard. But they're chirping away. They don't seem to mind the cold as long as they have their food to keep them warm, which I keep supplied for them. Other than the cold, it's a pretty peaceful day. My dog's getting a little bit more tired. He's a blue heeler. I had a beagle out here earlier, but he gets a bit cold, so I had to bring him back inside. Yeah, I don't know, it's kind of nice just sitting out here and relaxing. I knew my dog wanted to get his energy out and go play with the ball, but I really wasn't feeling like going outside. But after seeing the assignment this week of taking a walk outside, I decided it'd probably be good to head out there with him. And I'm glad that I did, because it gets his energy out. I'm able to be out in nature and relax a little bit, get my mind off of the daily grind of life. It's always nice being outside, just a little chilly. Anyway, thanks for listening, if you made it this far. See you in class.